Today I am here to tell you that which are the important topics for the 12th standard students who are giving the exams from the Cbse. First of all, I want to tell you that the unit wise blueprint of the biology for the standard 12th for the academic year 22-23. So let's begin with our topic. Okay, so you can see here, this is actually the ready-made I got from the Cbse, that is the unit wise blueprint. You can see here for the first unit, that is from the 12th standard textbook of the NCERT, reproduction, 16 marks, genetics and evolution, 20 marks, biology and human welfare, 12 marks, biotechnology and its application, 12 marks, and the last unit, ecology and environment, that is having the 10 marks. So total 70 marks paper is there in your exam. So now we will start the topic wise point, that is the chapter wise important topics for the standard 12th. You know that the first chapter in that the sexual reproduction in the flowering plants, because whatever the first chapter reproduction in organism, that is deleted chapter, so directly we are taking the sexual reproduction in flowering plants. So in that, students, you need to study the transfer section of anther, that may be come for the 2 to 3 marks, as draw the diagram of the transfer section of anther. Next to that, pistil and the megasporogenesis. Okay, sometimes the questions may be asked in that define the terms, or draw the diagram of the pistil, or write down the detailed process of the megasporogenesis with neat and labeled diagram, something the questions ask. But that is an important topic that can come for the 5 marks, the megasporogenesis. Next to that, there is the development of the mature embryo sac. Okay, whatever the megaspore mother cells are involving in that is you have to study. Next to that, the development of an embryo, that may be come for 1 to 2 marks, but the first, that is the development of the embryo sac, that may be come for the 5 marks. Okay, next to that, there is the special mechanism for the reproduction, that is involving in the sexual reproduction in the flowering plants. Next to that, the agents which are important for the pollination. You know that which type of agents are involving for the pollination and all that. Next to that, pollen pistil interactions and artificial hybridization. These are the important topics from the sexual reproduction in the flowering plants. Artificial hybridization, in that important point is the emasculation. Along with the emasculation, bagging is there. Okay, that you have to learn very well about that, because the questions may be asked that define the term emasculation. That question come for the 1 mark. Okay, so these are some important topics from the first lesson of the sexual reproduction in the flowering plant. Okay, remaining chapter you have to read. Okay, I am not saying that this is coming to exam. Okay, I am just guessing that which may be the topics these are that can come for the exam. Okay, next to that, we will move towards the next slide, that is the reproduction, human reproduction. Okay, in the human reproduction, first is the male reproductive system. ओके, स्क्रोटम पे क्वेश्चन आ सकता है, सेर्टोली सेल्स और लेडिक सेल्स. ओके, these are some important cells which are involving in the male reproductive system. Along with that, the male reproductive glands are important. The menstrual cycle, the phases of the menstrual cycle, and the hormones which are involving in the menstrual cycle, or the hormones which are not involving in the menstrual cycle. These questions are very important, or these topics are very important. Next to that, the implantation Implantation meaning is what? How the implantation of there is when after there is a formation of the zygote. Okay, zygote formation and the implantation process that may be come for the 5 to 3 marks. Okay, next to that there is the embryonic development. Okay, the how there is embryonic development is carried out during the 9 months, 9 days. Okay, that may be come for the 5 marks. You know that the last section according to the Cbse paper pattern, that is of the 5 marks, so that is important for the 5 marks, the embryonic development from the lesson the human reproduction. Okay, next to that the next chapter, that is of the reproductive health. You can see here in the reproductive health, infertility. Okay, some couples who are infertile but still they want a baby, they can do the IVF technique, in vivo fertilization. Okay, in the IVF technique also there are some stages involving for the test tube baby. Okay, the methods or the birth control mode of action that may be come for 1 or 2 mark. Okay, so that is the important topics in the reproductive health. Okay, the mode of the action of the birth control, natural methods. Okay, some man-made methods. Okay, these are involving in the chapter number 3, that is the reproductive health. Next to the reproductive health, we have a 4th chapter which is very important according to the genetics and according to the next unit, that is the principles of inheritance and variations. In that actually these topics and or these lessons having very weightage, but still I am telling you some topics. You have to read all the lessons. Okay, you have to read all the lessons carefully from your textbook. But monohybrid cross, dihybrid cross, test cross, pedigree chart, independent assortment, or the applications of law of segregations or the law of independent assortment. Along with that you have to prepare for Punnett square method. Okay, because Punnett square method is also the very important topic. You know that how there is a combination of the biology and the mathematics. Okay, so such type of the MCQs type questions, 1 mark questions, 2 mark questions, even the 5 mark questions that can be asked from this lesson, that is the principles of inheritance and the variation. Okay, we have a next topic now, that is the molecular basis of inheritance. In the, you know that we are studying in the molecular basis of inheritance, that is the structure of the DNA. Okay, DNA is the type of the nucleic acid, you know that. Along with that you have to study the how there is the central dogma. Okay, DNA to DNA, DNA to RNA, and RNA to the amino acid, that is the protein synthesis. So replication, transcription and translation, these are the processes, okay, which is called the central dogma. Okay, so packaging of the DNA helix, histones are involving, then the transcription in eukaryotes, translation, and most important, how can we do the regulation of the gene expression with the help of the lag operon. These are some important topics from the molecular basis of the inheritance. Okay, and the last chapter from this unit is the evolution. Okay, in the evolution you can see that the evolution is very important topic or the very important lesson, in that you are already studied all the things, but still you have to revise all the lesson, but you can focus on these topics like the convergent and the divergent evolution, Hardy and Weinberg's expressions, again the factors which disturb the genetic equilibrium. These are some important topics which are involving in the evolution. Okay, so I am telling you till the evolution. Okay, you have too many lessons from your biology textbook, but that is the important topics till the 6th lesson, that is the evolution. But I am not telling you that कि आपको यही lessons करने हैं. Okay, you have to read all the lessons. Okay, you have to read all the topics, but still I am trying to telling you that which is the important topics that you have to focus during the examination in the last minute revision. Okay, you can do the last in the form of last minute revision of these all topics and prepare very well. Okay, so this is the part first of the important topics for the biology paper. Okay, I will make the next video for the remaining lessons. Thank you so much.